Good morning, and welcome to Planet Leadville for Saturday, May 16th, 2026. With spring upon us, Colorado Parks and Wildlife reminds residents and visitors that black bears are emerging from their dens and are looking for food. The first bears to emerge from their winter dens are typically males, called boars, followed by females called sows. The last bears to emerge from winter dens are the females who gave birth to this year's cubs, usually in late April. Colorado Parks and Wildlife had already received 98 reports of bear activity in 22 Colorado counties by late April. That number is compared to 127 reports in total for last year. And that number is expected to increase substantially in the coming months. As bear activity increases, wildlife officials urge residents to secure any and all food and scent attractants. In fact, it was the agency's deterrent suggestions that have raised some eyebrows.
Welcome to Solving Your Bear Problem. I'm Kristen Cannon, a District Wildlife Manager with Colorado Parks and Wildlife. You can also use ammonia-soaked rags to help mask smells or clean out garbage cans. Ammonia also acts as a deterrent, as bears do not like the smell. Finally, you can build an unwelcome mat or install electric fencing. We have instructions for both on our website. Bears hate being shocked just about as much as we do and will avoid it at all costs, no matter how good those chickens tasted last week. For more information on using deterrents and living responsibly with bears, visit www.cpw.state.co.us/bears.
Closer to home, most Leadville locals use less invasive approaches by locking up trash, removing bird feeders when bears are active, and cleaning those grills after each use. Most Lake County residents know that it is best to keep pets on a leash while outdoors and to never feed wildlife. These small steps, especially during high bear activity season, can make a big difference. Keep in mind that bears are creatures of habit, so while local officials have done their best to mitigate the bears at the dump situation, this time of year they are dialed in to get to that reliable food source, especially during drought conditions when food in the natural environment can be scarce. Back in the late 20th century, one of Leadville's annual spring rituals was to head up to the Lake County landfill and watch the sows with their cubs forage through the trash. Folks would park their cars and trucks by the gate, usually around sunset, and watch these majestic beasts like a drive-in movie, visiting with friends and neighbors from the beds of trucks. And while human behavior may have evolved since the 1990s, for bears it can be a bit different, which is one of the reasons Leadville's east side has historically seen the most human bear encounters. Mineral Belt Trail users should be extra vigilant in the early morning and evening hours on the portion of the popular path as it approaches the landfill area. Most of those bears live up in the mining district, but can also track further north. Back in 2019, a young bear stopped marathon runners in their tracks at mile 13, way up East 7th Street, adding a few more seconds to their time and likely a heart-pounding blip in their Fitband data. Outside of the city limits, each neighborhood seems to have the standard trash-related bear issues, but last season more aggressive encounters were reported in neighborhood chat groups down along Mountain View Drive at Gem Valley and Four Seasons. For most high country residents, one destructive incident to personal property generally prompts compliance to best practices in bear country. So, how's it looking in your area? Together, we can keep Lake County safe, protect property, and make sure the bears remain wild. Moving on to weather, today's forecast from the National Weather Service calls for 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly between 3 and 4 p.m. Skies will be partly sunny, with a high near 63. Light and variable wind becoming west-southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour in the morning. New rainfall amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch is possible. However, higher amounts are possible with thunderstorms. Tonight's forecast calls for 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 9 p.m. Mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming mostly clear, with a low around 34. Southwest winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour becoming south-southeast after midnight. The roads are clear and dry. And it's the weekend, which means a no-cone zone travel day on Colorado's highways. As always, check the CDOT website for the latest traffic conditions. For a broader look at what's happening across the state, Here's the extended weather forecast from the Colorado Avalanche Information Center.
Dry, warm, and windy weather will persist across the region Friday through the weekend. Temperatures will gradually cool each day but stay close to or just above seasonal averages. On Saturday, a low-pressure system moves south, tightening the upper-level gradient and producing southwest wind gusts of 30 to 40 miles per hour. Sunday will bring another round of strong winds as a jet streak moves through, with a slight chance of showers developing late in the afternoon. The main weather shift arrives overnight, with temperatures dropping below normal and a chance for light snow on Monday. The main trough exits Monday night, but some precipitation may linger over the divide into Tuesday and Wednesday. Highs will be well below normal Monday and Tuesday, then rebound to near seasonal levels midweek as high pressure builds back in.
That wraps up today's report. Thanks for checking in to Planet Leadville.